There we go. Black screen is good. Of course, I've done all of this after pushing start on the button. Or pushing the button. Okay. Um, this is our first attempt at doing a live stream. I am Durgan, and I am joined by my counterpart, Rivencloak.
Hello. I'm off
Um,
camera.
she's off camera. Um, I don't know, maybe it's a bad hair day or something. But there it is. And I'm a little tiny window. I don't know if that's big enough, if it should be bigger. Somebody let me know. I've got my Premiere open here, just in case I have a clip to play. Although, after I had done all this and actually started broadcasting, I realized a lot of my clips are from IGN. And apparently they freak out if you broadcast anything of their stuff. So we'll see. We'll try it. Depends on how it goes. We are going to be talking about No Man's Sky. I am a complete
Yay.
nut bar for this game. Mel is highly attracted to it.
Mm-hmm.
But she doesn't know everything yet. And
Nope.
I don't know everything yet. But I think I know more than a lot of people out there, so we are going to get Mel up. Oh,
That's okay. No worries.
I know. It's going to happen.
I
It's going to
know.
happen.
I know.
So we're going to get Rivencloak up to speed. Chances are good she's going to say my name, Dave, several times as well, so.
Shut your mouth.
I know, right?
Yes.
Ugh. How do I
Alrighty.
survive?
I know.
Okay, so, as everybody knows by now, No Man's Sky is, in my mind, going to be the most awesome game ever. And it comes out August 9th.
Woohoo.
We are actually broadcasting on the initial release date, June 21st. It was supposed to be out today. I was supposed to be losing lots of sleep right now, but that is not the case. So yeah, what do you know? That's you.
Oh, me. Well, I thought you were just. Oh. What do I know about the game
Yes. What do you like
itself?
about it? What attracts you to it?
Okay.
Um,
Well, for me, like I like the idea of just adventuring around and you actually get to name things. Like you're really discovering what's what the game is all about. There's no guidelines. You can just do whatever
yeah,
and do it your own way, right?
yeah. That's my big draw to it. Is just there's so much out there. They've shown that the possibilities are pretty extreme,
Hmm.
and yet we don't really know what all the possibilities are. So
Yeah. Well, you can do practically well. What they show is it's everything. Well, from what I've seen, anyways, everything is just up in the air. Like you have to build everything. Well, almost everything. I mean, there are those outposts out there. So,
yeah, and
but we don't know much about those either, right?
right. We know there are ruins. Just kind of cleaning up here. Some stuff in my way. We know there's ruins. We know there are outposts. There's trading posts. There's the space stations. Um, but as far as buildings and stuff, we don't actually get to build anything.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not one of the things we get to do. But a lot of people want to do that. And every time I hear that, I'm like, why? You have 18 bajillion planets. Why would you want to stay on one? Right?
Yeah, I think it's well, it's kind of like Skyrim though, right? Whereas everyone's used to being in, a localized area. So yeah, they want to build like their homestead kind of a thing, like a home base where they can keep going back to. But that's not the point of this game. It's to continue traveling further into the galaxy, right?
Right. And yeah, that could possibly be the basis of it all is that people are going based on what they know,
Mhm.
and they know building bases and being in one small area.
Mhm.
They don't realize that no, this is not a small area.
Yeah, I think it's going to be quite the learning curve for a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, like for me, I like to go around and I like to finish the game, right? So I like to find everything and do everything. I'm going to actually have to push myself to leave the first planet
yep,
that I land on because
yep.
I won't want to,
Yeah, you're
right?
what
I'm
you're
like
what they
not done.
call a completionist.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm very much the same way.
Yeah.
Um, I will give up when it seems like it's really pointless.
Mhm.
Um, like Assassin's Creed, Black Flag, I think it was. I completed the main story half, like, before even completing half of the tasks,
Yeah.
and it's like, well, now I'm just knocking stuff off. Kind of pointless.
Mhm. Whereas for me, I like doing that stuff, but I like doing that before I finish the main story because it prolongs the end of the game.
Sorry, I just realized somebody was commenting in chat.
Yes, I've been responding to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, cool. How are you?
Zen 2010.
Yeah, how are you doing that? I can't focus. I'm like, hey, somebody's typing stuff, and completely blocked out what you were saying.
That's
um,
okay. I'm used to it, right?
I guess so, yeah. Anyways, Zen, welcome. This is our first attempt, so apologies if it's rubbish. Um, but yeah, awesome. Where were we? What were we saying? What were you saying?
Oh, just the completion
Right.
of the game, like different gaming styles pretty much. It's going to be a learning curve for some, and I mean, like for you though, you'll probably get to the center quicker.
Right. And that's kind of where my thing is.
Hmm.
Even though I do have sort of completionist tendencies, um, I also, with most other games, I haven't wanted to um, spend the next 4 months playing it, right?
Right.
I just want to kind of get in, play the game, go through the story, be done,
Hmm.
right? If I can finish most of it as I get through to the point where I've only got a little bit to pick up when I'm done, then I'll complete a whole game. But like I
Hmm.
mentioned in about Assassin's Creed or even Dragon Age Inquisition, right? I completed the main story on that, and I only ever killed 2 dragons. And there's apparently
Oh,
10 that you're supposed to kill. And
oh,
it's
right
like,
on.
well, I'm done. I now all that's left is just going in and knocking off these checklist items. It doesn't
Yeah,
really get me anything, so why waste the time,
yeah. But
right?
with this one, there is no there is no rule book, right? You
No,
can
and there
go
is no
any way
way
you
you're
want.
going to find everything,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So with this one, No Man's Sky, I have no hope of ever finishing it. I could get
Mhm.
to the center of the galaxy or the universe or whatever it is, but I'm never gonna be able to complete everything. So depending on what it is, Sean Murray has said that when you get to the center of the galaxy, there's something amazing. And
Uh-huh.
for some people, that'll be enough, and they'll be done, and they'll put the controller down and stop playing the game. But he said that other people will find it sort of as a new beginning, right?
Ah, okay.
And they'll find lots more reasons to play. And taking that along with some other comments, some people have felt that once you get to the middle, you will. Um, that's when a lot of multiplayer options will open up,
Right.
right? I
Which makes sense because we're all congregating into the middle, right?
Right, and a lot of people feel that as you get closer to the center, you'll be a lot closer to other players, so your chances of of meeting up with them and interacting with them will be greater. However, I have a different theory.
Oh, okay.
My theory is that there is a communication system in the game, but you have to build it as you play. So initially, your communication system will be able to reach, say, 10 star systems away, right?
Mm-hmm.
If there happens to be somebody in one of those 10 systems, you'll be able to communicate with them.
Kind of like a beacon,
Kind of.
right? Like there's a certain radius
Right.
that you can maybe possibly pick up their
Right.
transmissions.
I guess
or
some
whichever.
games kind of call that a lobby.
Okay.
And there was a thing where Sean had mentioned that you'll have a lobby that could have a few people in it, but you won't get to choose who those people are. Right? I think the reason you don't get to choose is because it only reaches a certain distance. And people have to actually be within that range before they can show up for you.
Right, like
Right.
you and I could play the game and never actually run into each other if we're on opposite ends.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you happen to show up one planet system or one star system away, I can talk to you. I can
Right.
find you. Right? More than likely it's going to be some random Joe. But, you know. And I think that the more you play, the communication system is just a tool like your ship or your suit or your multi-tool that you can upgrade. And by upgrading it, you increase its range. And by the time you get to the center, you're able to communicate with a lot more people.
Right. That'd be cool.
Don't know. I'm just guessing.
Yeah. See, I'm not one for traditional multiplayer.
Right.
Where it's all first person shooter because I suck at those.
Yep.
And they realize that you suck, and then they don't want to play with you. Like with this, if it's just more like
or it's
you're
not
meeting
that
up
they
as
don't.
traders.
Yeah, or it's not that they don't want to play with you. They just constantly sit there and camp on your butt and,
Yeah.
just keep killing you for half an hour. And it's like, well, I don't like playing like this, so I'm out of here.
Yeah. Zen 2010 said that'd be cool if you could actually talk like a CB radio.
Yeah.
That would be neat. Like
Yeah.
actually hail another ship.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Yeah, and that's what I'm kind of hoping it is, because every time Sean has been asked about multiplayer, even though he will say something like, no, that's not what the game's about.
Yeah.
He's not actually saying, no, that's not in there.
Right.
Right.
Well, I mean, you don't want to give too much away because I think that's the fun in this game is learning it, like finding it all out for yourself, discovering. It's like discovering a new place. It's yours. You get to own it, right?
Exactly.
So if you tell too much, then you lose that atmosphere.
Yeah. And that's definitely one of the big things he's after, is to give you the experience of discovering things for yourself. And so many people out there are so extremely annoyed by that.
Oh, really?
Right?
See, I haven't read up on all of that.
Yeah, there's so many people out there who it's like, I want to know this, I want to know that, I want to know everything before I even consider buying the game, right?
Right.
And it's like, well, look what has been shown, and if that interests you, buy the game and then be surprised by whatever else you find.
Yeah.
Right?
I can't see that I would be disappointed with this at all. Like, even if it's not what I expected, I still think the gameplay, like the graphics, everything else, will still be worth it.
Oh, yeah. Just everything I've seen, even if all we get is what we've seen, I'll be happy for weeks.
Yeah.
Will I get bored of discovering new things that are just variations of the same things? I don't know. Maybe. But I'll play it and find out.
Yeah.
So.
Did you have a clip that you wanted to go over? Or are we going to do that?
Well, actually, I got one of the multiplayer clips here where he says one of the stuff.
Okay.
Just an example of it, if I can find it. How did I organize this? Architecture, creatures, favorite planets.
Wow.
Player.
I see you have done your research.
Well, I've been cutting up clips to be able to have things, but cutting them up and then finding them later is two different issues. I thought it would be under player stuff for multiplayer. Maybe I didn't actually cut that one out yet.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Okay. I'll have more stuff cut out for the next time we do this.
All right.
So yeah.
That was the only clip you wanted to.
Well, that was the only one I had handy that related to what we're talking about.
Oh, you can
I
switch
thought
it
I had
up.
it handy anyways. Darn it.
Okay, well, let's talk about this. Okay, so what is the one thing that you're most excited about from what you know so far? Like, is it the completion? Like, well, getting to the center of the universe, the galaxy, whichever, or like building your own communication center, that sort of thing. Like, what are you most looking forward to?
I gotta be honest.
Uh-huh.
It's a nerdy one. I am most interested in seeing the procedural generation stuff at work.
Oh, that's cool. That's okay.
This game actually falls into an idea I had probably 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Back when making games was a major interest of mine. For something along the lines of World of Warcraft, where it's like a world that you go into, and whether you're actually there playing the game or not, it goes on. Right?
Right.
It's there, whether it's there, things are happening, people are doing things, NPCs are doing their own things. The world of the video game is advancing even though you're not there.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I see this game, once I saw this game, I'm like, wow, this is even way beyond anything I ever imagined. Mm-hmm. And yet, it's exactly what I wanted. Right?
Right.
So the fact that, they're using the math to be able to create all the different planets. Like almost everything in this game is procedurally generated. The planets, the plants, the animals, the sounds the animals make, the weather systems, the atmospheres of each planet, the star systems themselves, the music, spaceships, weapons, everything. And it's blowing my mind. So when I actually get to sit down and fly into that space and walk around and play around with things,
yeah,
I don't even know how I'm going to deal.
Mind blown.
That's why I'm like so excited about the live streaming stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because then I can record it and play it back and see just how big a dork I really am.
See, I actually agree with Zed in 2010. They're saying about the Atlas, right? So you find things, you name them, that sort of thing, and then you upload it to the Atlas, and I think it really gives you a sense. It might really give you a sense of how big the world or the galaxy, whichever, really is. And then, of course, you have your name on stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I like the fact that people can go in and be like, oh, okay, well, Rivencloak named this purple creature. And it'll be like, that's mine. Like, people I don't even know see something, and I feel like I'm actually a part of the game itself.
Yep.
That's what I'm most excited about.
That's
I get to name
well,
stuff.
that's actually an area or a feature that I am a little bit worried about.
Oh, why? Because you're gonna have people naming weird, stupid things. Or...
No. I was just looking to see if I had made a clip of this one thing. It doesn't look like I grabbed it yet. There is when you find things and you discover them and you name them, they get added to your own personal, I guess, catalog of
Okay.
what you found, right? I don't know how the paging system or how it's going to be listing so that after you found a couple of thousand items,
Well,
how is that going to be to navigate through to find something? Because you'll be able to look up the 3D model of each creature you find, each ship you get, each weapon you get.
right.
I'm just wondering. I'm a little worried that it's going to be a little cumbersome to wade through.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Well, I don't even know how to speculate on that one.
Yeah.
Like, well, it would. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I never even thought about that far. I just
See
want to
if
name
this is
stuff.
it.
A lot of people are asking if there's a significance behind the logo.
Yes, the Atlas.
Doo-dee-doo.
Nope,
We
this
haven't
isn't it.
really
Oh,
like said what it is, but it's
Okay.
definitely a thing that you come across in game.
yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Random shootings of centennials.
Okay,
or
so
centuries, or whatever they're called.
here he talks about the Atlas, which you guys just mentioned in chat,
Mhm.
right? And yeah, that's sort of like the global catalog. So
Mhm.
everything everybody finds is listed there. That's even worse than your own personal catalog, because last I heard about a month ago, over 170,000 copies of the game were sold.
Mhm.
Right? So during the first couple of hours of the game being released and playable, that's 170,000 or more discoveries being uploaded every few minutes. Right?
Right.
That's a lot. And you're going to be able to go through that list.
Yeah, I don't.
Right?
Right. Well, maybe it's something that you have to like download. Like maybe it's just a physical list, and then when you click on something to see as the 3D model, that sort of a thing, it. I don't know. Download
Yeah.
separately. I don't know how you would do that.
I know, right? So that's one thing I'm a little concerned about. Although today in one of the Facebook groups, a guy commented on whether or not there may be some sort of apps available for the game.
Right.
And that would actually
Like
be
companion apps.
yeah, that would actually be a good app to have is the Atlas. Right? Have the
That would-
Atlas on your phone. So
Yeah.
that you can go through and look at things when you're not playing the game.
Like have it offline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that would be kind of cool.
Oh, then 2010 said Spore did it with a PNG menu.
That's a graphic, though. How would that?
That's a thought, though.
Unless it's something else specific to Spore. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I hadn't even thought of having an offline app. And once I got thinking about it, I'm like, yep, definitely some possibilities there. Like, first thing that come to my mind was to have not necessarily a graphic representation of the system that you're in,
Right.
but a list of the different planets available and the space stations and the trading posts, so that you can at least go and, while you're on the bus, go and do some trading.
Right.
Right. So, but I mean, that's all stuff down the road, more than likely, because, like Sean likes to say, they're just a small team.
Yeah, but for being a small team, they've so far, even with what we've just seen, they've accomplished a heck of a lot.
Oh yeah, and that's something that a lot of people aren't quite realizing. A lot of people are saying things like they've only been working on it for 3 years, right? It's like, no, they first showed it almost 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And at that point, it was looking like a really complete game, which means that they were working on it for at least a year beforehand.
Yeah.
And Sean had mentioned that they were working on it for about a year. Before they even, it was him and his 3 friends that he started the company with. They locked themselves in a room and didn't tell any of their other employees. What's that noise?
Oh, I'm sorry. That was a fan.
Oh. It's, yeah. What was I saying?
Locking yourself. Well.
Oh yeah, they locked themselves
in a room.
away, and they only told the other employees like about 3 weeks before they announced the game.
Right on.
So it's like, okay, that's amazing.
Well,
So-
yeah. Well, the thing though too is, if you have too many people involved at the beginning, things can also get confused too, right? Like if they
Yeah.
had a specific vision
Yep.
between the 3 of them, right?
Yep. So, and then they got up to about 12 or 15 people for a large part of it. And the last I heard, they were at 24.
See, that's still a really small team.
Yeah. But then I was thinking about this a couple nights ago. There was one interview he did, probably about 2 years ago, where he said that everybody downstairs has a different universe on their system. And yet
That's
every
crazy.
interview we've seen of their offices, they don't have a downstairs. Or there is a downstairs, but it's some other shop. It's a shop of some kind. Right? So it's like, what's he referring to? So
A little cryptic.
yeah. It could be a small group of play testers, right? I don't know. It's interesting. I'm like, what does that mean? So,
Exciting.
yeah.
With that though, I mean, just won't know until we get there.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, well, we're hitting the 30-minute mark. Do you want to keep yapping, or do you want to call it an episode and see how it did, and then
Well, it looks like Zen 2010's trying to find the clip he was
plan
talking
and make
about.
modifications? Okay.
he says, well, they think it's on the space dick clip.
That was about
I
the,
didn't see that one, so.
that was about the inventory thing, right?
Hmm. The Atlas.
Lost Discovery, play offline, Xbox. Yeah, that was a funny one.
I've only actually seen a few clips, mostly the ones that you've sent me.
Okay.
With, well, 30 minutes, I think it was 30 minutes of Sean walking around showing the, I want to call them monuments. Was it
Oh yeah.
learning languages and that sort of thing?
Actually, I think I found that encyclopedia one. Hang on.
Yeah. Okay.
Also browse all my discoveries. We just found
Okay,
that
so
one
here
little
he's
fish.
showing
right?
the
But later on,
Discoveries
as I
pages.
go through the game, that
Right.
becomes kind of really important, actually, as an explorer, because it fills in with everything that I've ever collected before.
Wow.
Right. So every discovery that I've made, everything that I've found. So it's, actually becomes like an encyclopedia, basically.
Interesting.
So I've installed a new technology in my weapon. So that's how I upgrade. That's the kind of RPG element.
A
of the
No
game.
Man's in Sky Slopedia.
Okay. So apparently I didn't make this a short clip. I think I hit the in point and then forgot to do an out point when I exported the clip.
That's okay.
But yeah, so
Looks
he
like
showed,
you found it.
yeah, he showed different pages of your discoveries, right? But because he didn't have a whole lot in there yet,
Right.
it either hasn't shown the next page buttons, right? Or it doesn't work that way. So, but I mean, there were what? Where is that? 5 by 5, so 25.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, this particular screen for weapons might just be the options for the multi-tool.
Well, I bet you there's probably a page per whatever you have, right?
Right.
Like, because they haven't really shown anything else but the multi-tool that
Yeah.
I've seen. Anyway.
Okay, here. So on this screen, which you will see in a moment, with the critter, the Ictaloris,
Yeah.
if you look, you can see it shows fauna, and then down lower it says other. Right. This is what 15 fauna items available. Pretty sure you're gonna find a lot more than 15. Right?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, how is that gonna expand? It looks like you can just keep scrolling down
Yeah.
through things.
Maybe it's based on. Maybe it's based on that planet where it was found.
Right, could be, because on the top right there it shows Kananko, Rida.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the things on that planet. I wonder if that means that there's only 15 animals to find. And have you found them all? Right.
Maybe they would have some sort of a limit per planet, but maybe it's just there's only 15 on this one specific. But if you go to another one, there could be like 25
Right.
or
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Interesting.
That's a
Wonder.
thought.
And yeah, you can. Oh, it's in the Anthony Carboni one? Which clip is he looking for?
says where the guy shoots the creatures shows the factory.
Right. Did I grab that one?
This I know not.
No, I didn't grab that one.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Oh well. Yeah.
Maybe for next one.
Yep. We will plan it out now that
A
we
little better?
mostly have it working. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do that then. We'll call this an episode.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you to Zen 2010
Yay!
for hanging out. Sorry it kind of sucked. It was a little boring, maybe. Next time,
Personal discussion.
yeah, it will be better, I hope. We promise.
Yay!
We promise, we hope.
Promise, we hope.
But yeah, we will book that to show up here, and yeah, next time. I think
Yay!
we didn't say this at the beginning. I think we are going to try and make this a Tuesday night thing, at least for the foreseeable future. August 9th, it will be a very early Tuesday morning thing. I'm not sure. Are you going to be here for that, Mel?
Yes. I mean, I'll have to ask for it off, but yeah.
Right. You might want to get on that.
Yeah, small office, it's not a big deal.
Okay. Hour before leaving work on Monday. Hey, can I have tomorrow off?
I'm sick.
Yeah.
I'm sick for a week.
Yeah. Pretty much, hey?
Yeah.
So. Cool. Okay.
All right.
That is it for this. Catch you
Yay.
later.
Bye.